Eating disorders is a serious issue that is affecting millions of people around the world. And talking about these disorders is really important to create awareness and get the required help. Three common eating disorders that people usually go through is anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder. Let's break this down in order to understand it more effectively. Anorexia nervosa is a condition in which a person tends to restrict themselves in eating from the fear of gaining weight. They have this body image about themselves wherein they feel that they are overweight while in fact they are underweight, and this creates a toll on their physical as well as mental health, which overall disrupts their entire system. Second is bulimia nervosa. Bulimia nervosa is the opposite of anorexia, in which a person tends to overeat, and after that episode of overeating they try to purge, where purge means they try to maintain ways in which they do not gain weight, for example in terms of vomiting or having excessive exercising, etc. So they have the episode of overeating and purging, which are two extreme ways in which you are trying to manage your body. This ultimately leads to your physical health deteriorating as well as your mental health taking a toll on it. The third is binge eating disorder, wherein the person kind of keeps on eating and has his episodes of overeating without an episode of purging, like in bulimia. There's just an episode of overeating where they're not able to control themselves, and these episodes tends to have an emotional toll on them in terms of guilt. So overall their mental and emotional health gets affected, while in binge eating disorder, wherein they lose control on what and how much they are eating. Mental health also has an effect when it comes to eating disorders, and these needs to be taken care of as soon as possible. So to detect the early signs of eating disorder is really important in terms to get the required help and start the healing process, and make sure that the person does not have to go through any physical or emotional trauma. If there's someone you know who's having these disorders or are showing the symptoms and early signs of disorders, make sure you talk to them and get the required help necessary for them to start the healing process.